Binding, take out Preordain. Fine, I like the rest of the deck, so. Alright. It's basically the same thing, blue-white control, except high buy with the card draw shrines and burgeoning and exploration. This could just be, as I was thinking yesterday, or whenever I uploaded that last thing, where this might just be a better blue-white control commander than the blue-white control options, because it can be one. So it might just be viable. I might have to work on the mana base, but you only need one green source. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add the... Let me add the fetch lands that also find... Okay, those are actually only 2 fetch lands that I should have been playing that I wasn't. Alright, that works. Just shave 2 basics, so... you don't really need that many green sources. I think I have headquarters. Yeah. So I could play the deck with just this, realistically. Although it is nice to have a turn 1 of these, so having some kind of fetchable green source is nice as well. But I think this could just be the best blue-white control commander. It might be. I don't know. I'm about to find out. If you want to play a higher bracket, there's obviously Teferi, but if you don't, high buy might be the go-to. Also, somebody on my last YouTube video said ill high buy in the comments, so this is specifically to trigger that player. Let's just upset a random commenter who doesn't like high buy for some reason. Yeah, Katara does suck to play against. I can't debate that. It does feel bad because you're just losing constantly. Shadow Spear, sure. I'm going to grab the headquarters instead of a surveil land. Just having the option is nice. They look like they have Solitude here. That looks like Solitude. I don't want to display... I don't want to shock this in and let my opponent know what's up. But I also wish I could get white here. But I'm going to have to just bite the bullet. If I shocked, they probably know what I'm doing. Although, to be fair, they might just know what I'm doing anyways. But a lot of people will expect you to play a Mana Rock on turn 2, or Growth Spiral in a high buy deck. They won't think you're doing something else. Okay, if I can stop my opponent from reanimating this, they might just lose on the spot. So we'll see how many reanimate targets they have. Okay, they have more than one. I have to counter this if I want to play the game. Oh. I can oust their commander, but that doesn't stop it from triggering. Yeah, they had literally the best possible card to have this happen. Far and away the best possible thing. They get Commander's Plate. 3/3 in color from is not in your, so it gets protection from everything but white. That's kind of neat. I like that. I don't think you should Solitude this, and I don't think they will. And if you do, you should wait till your next turn to see what you draw. My opponent gets to see a huge chunk of cards revealed, so the jig is up after I cast my first shrine, I feel. Yeah, it's just the card draw shrines. Yeah, you should Solitude on your own turn. You don't know what you're going to draw. There's no reason to do this now. Also, you have protection from green. I don't think it... Is that crucial to do what they just did? Alright. Another extremely efficient card here. I think I'm just going to pass. Of course, Field of Ruin doing literally nothing. I'm gonna counter that. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Protection from everything but white. Alright, let's just counter it. Let's just counter it. Really don't like doing that. Okay. I would like a land. This is a tapped land, but it's still a land, so... They don't have protection from green. Hello. Is that better? I think this is fine just staying in my hand. I can just use it to blow up a problem. My opponent has no cards in their hand, and the board is totally covered with a 4/4. So... am I going to play around my opponent's top deck? Nope. They put it on the right card, at least. Oh, I forgot. I forgot they have protection. I totally forgot they have protection. Wait, why don't they have protection? Oh, never mind. Just Shadow... I mixed up. I don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought the Commander's Plate thing was still in play. They don't have protection. They still hit me, though. I forgot about the second... I just kind of spaced the second equipment. It doesn't really change anything. I could have ousted it, I guess. But this does, I don't... This doesn't change that much. I think I'm still fine. But that was obviously not ideal. Okay, so I can play high by later. Again, let's blow up the sword. And I can't oust this, because then they get it back. Yeah, I got the art kind of threw me for a loop. The art, yeah. God, what would they... Ugh. No comment. Yeah, I did get confused. Opponent, you didn't draw any lands. We know you didn't draw any lands. Oh, are they back? Winter Moon? I can beat that. They didn't equip the Shadow Spear, which is odd. They could have swung at me. It's actually very strange. Let's I don't need that. Let's untap you. I can very easily play around Winter Moon. Especially if they ever end up playing a land that Field of Ruin can blow up. I get another basic. Yep, just pass. I mean, I like Marvel cards, I guess. Not the most excited about it, but kind of neat, I guess. I'm not gonna fetch. Lorien revealed another that. I think I'm gonna bounce the Shadow Spear. So let's tap this to get another basic island, because that's basically totally free. No pun intended. And pass. They can actually flash in Sigarda's Aid. They can flash in the spear, so I can't really deal with it. Yeah, I have to 3 steps ahead. I think I should do this on my end step, actually. Yeah, I can go to 3. Or, I can take 3, excuse me. Let's do this now. Copy, counter. Copy, counter. And... actually, I don't want to get blown out by anything. So, I should just reman this. There's no... Alright. Alright. This, I'm just gonna send it. Yep. Go figure. Alright, I think I have to oust it now. And I will. I think I just straight up have to. I'm just dying to it. It puts it pretty far away, especially if they cast Cloud, then they just don't have Witch Enchanter anymore. I'll play out the land. Oof, beautiful. Love that. Oh, hey, it's Teferi. Who would have guessed? Did I find a land? I did. Alright, well. Just ignoring Winter Moon, as is tradition. That no longer matters, but I can remand it anyways. How do you cast a plotted card? You can only do it as a sorcery. Okay, kind of tragic. I didn't need to draw this, but I did. I guess I'm just passing. I do not have a. Yep. All right. I do not have another white source. I wonder if they put me to 1. I wonder if that's what you're supposed to do. Correct, it is. All right. I can go to 1, but I can also just not go to 1. Let's play around a combat trick. I don't know what can possibly kill me at 1 life. So let's just play around anything that could maybe happen. No shot, you have a flashing creature. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, at least I have the, swords. Bruh. Opponent has had extremely ideal things at extremely ideal times. I feel like I, on average, would have won this by now. Kind of nutty. There's no reason to activate this. I can just hide with it. Oh, I can't tap that for Color Madness. Alright, well, they're dead next turn. And I finally drew Castle. I don't have another, Shrine. I think I'm more comfortable casting Brainstorm than Jace. Alright, they're over it. Yeah, I don't know what they could draw. They drew well enough to stay in this game this long is kind of just crazy. Like, getting this deep into it is kind of nutty for my opponent. They also dealt with all of my shrines. So they just had such an excellent array of options this game. Like a very good array of cards. I still think they should have sorcery speed cast Solitude. That was probably the only notable mistake. But like, they just had really the best thing you could ask for. And I still beat it. Going to 1 means I don't die in response if I sword something to like a combat trick. So I don't really think I would ever try to swords, especially with sweepers in my hand, and especially when they're holding priority at all times. So there's an instant of some kind, and it isn't like it's lightning bolt. So they also dealt with this forever. Yeah, they just had a really good pile of stuff. They just had I mean, they even had a Winter Moon that was extremely efficient. And I still beat it. That is crazy. What a game. They said, oops, what happened? You were staring at your hand for a while. They must have made some kind of mistake. They didn't want to keep it. What does this do? Can't block. 3 more creatures. Pay 2. Put your chance cards. Alright, so just herp derp aggro. Yep. I could just get blitzkrieged down. They're on the play too, because of course they are. Okay. I wonder if I oust that. I don't know. Another land is kind of weird. It's not a blue land, which is more up my alley right now. I think I'm going to let this slide. Leyline Weaver. It's just a mana dork for the 4-mana commander. All my opponent knows is hi-bye. They don't know anything else. They missed 2 damage if they were to cast their commander. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 2 or less or something. Sure. Questing Druid? I think I have to counter this. I think I have to now draw. That's a rather innocent card, isn't it? It's odd. I've never seen this in my life. I mean, you're just a red green deck. You'd play the cards, I guess. Let's get you. Can I afford to get Island? I guess I can. And I can just draw 2. We're after one specific thing, and if my opponent just perfectly left up Heroic Intervention, I guess congratulations. Okay, I found sort of the thing. I can play the One Ring, but that doesn't buy me 2 turns, it only buys me 1. So let's do this. Here. Okay. I'll take it. Let's get rid of you. And then potentially march something. I'm not going to make a move on this. Sure. More red-green nonsense. Let's untap. We can play the ring. Hide behind the ring. When it has yet another burn spell. You shouldn't cast it now. You should wait. No, you should wait on that. That's not when you should cast that. Let's play the Surveil land or leave up March? Or just draw here? No, I don't think I should draw. I think I should do this. Ponder's better than the average card, I guess. Oh, did Ranked come out today? Am I stupid? I thought it was at the end of June. What did my opponent just do? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, they casted the top 2 cards. Okay, well, they didn't do anything. So we can hose the board. So creatures, and that's it, because nothing else matters. I guess I can exile graveyards. It could matter. It probably won't. Destroy all untapped creatures. Bear. Yeah, we can play in ranked. I forgot. I thought it was in mid-June. I didn't know it just came out. It's funny that a 4/4 also is a problem. Yep. it's just a 4/4. Like, it's annoying for a deck like this. Alright, well, I beat a giant wall of aggressive creatures. Easy. And I was finally going to start actually drawing cards with High Buy too. Leave up Force Spike. I'm not going to Force Spike that. Ponder. I like this, but I don't know if I like the other two. But I can shuffle. Suppose that's maybe good enough. I don't know. I'm not gonna shuffle this. This is silver? Okay. Yeah, I can't tell. I would hope it's silver. I haven't been able to play this, so it'd be kind of weird. Be kind of weird. Is sneak always 1 mana? Does anyone know definitively if you can sneak every time? I don't actually know if you can. I guess we'll find out real soon. I assume you can because, you know, why wouldn't you be able to? If Eureka can, it's only fair that whatever this is can. Oh, I guess now it just doesn't matter. My opponent drew the best land in their entire deck. Sneak goes up. Alright, well, I guess it doesn't matter because they have Cavern. Yep. I have to get white mana. I really want to surveil, but like I need maybe too many specific things here. Yeah, I'm gonna just get that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on that one. Looking for a land. I found a land. They cannot have anything that stops this. So this is really good here. I could also have just cast High Buy as well, to be completely honest with you. But there's nothing in the game that stops this. This plays around the painfully obvious Solitude that is in my opponent's hand. It's an odd sequence, I feel. I would probably not cast this here. Alright, so I can actually, we can brainstorm now. I did find another land. If I missed a land here, it'd be kind of problematic. You look useless now. And I don't need this. I can find a white source. Brainstorm again. Or play High Buy and bounce Mother of Runes. That does mean Solitude is good, but there's not much I can do about that. I can bounce this. I can target this with Unable to Scream and cast High Buy, and I don't care about Solitude. Is it Flare? The white Flare? It could actually now be the white Flare. Wonder if it is. Do I Force of Will Solitude? No, because High Buy can be cast again. I don't see why I would care too much about that happening. I got the best shrine of the 3. Well, I mean, it's delayed, but it means I don't have to cast High Buy again. The sleeper tech. I wonder if I Force of Will that. Come on! on with the witch enchanters, man. Come on with the witch enchanters. What is with this? Stop doing this to me, please. People, come on. Oh my goodness. Let me untap with a shrine, please. That'd be great. Yep, cast your solitude. Come on. Come on. I'm going to hold the fetch land for Jace. I think. I can also swing. I don't think there's any punish in swinging with High Buy. I don't think there is. Maybe there is. I don't know. We're going to grab this one first because it immediately works. The other one does not. Okay. Worked out. Man, the enchantment removal is kind of far and few between, and my opponents are just having it. Pretty nice for my opponents here. Let's keep that like this. I don't really want to shuffle this. I feel like swinging is not worth it. They actually do have a way to put a counter on their card, so let's not swing. We can play this. I mean, I don't see how on earth I don't play the One Ring here. Opponent has held an ungodly amount of priority for something they have not cast, and I'm pretty sure it is Solitude. I don't think it's the White Flare. I'm going to challenge flag it. Also, did I miss my land drop? I might have missed my land drop, which is funny, having put 2 lands on top. Don't care about that. We're after specific things now, and those specific things are pretty commonplace in my deck. Okay. All adorable. Okay. More interaction in ranked? I guess? It depends on the commander, maybe? Alright, that probably means I win. That probably does it. I'm not even gonna do anything weird with Jace, I'm just gonna zero it. I'm gonna play this as a... What are these cards? Alright. Well, I don't know if you can hear that. There's literally an army of geese just flying over my house. Oh, they're so loud. There's just an army of geese going ham. Love it. I don't need Dovin's Veto. Unless it is a White Flare, which I could then want it. Too late now. I don't actually have to shuffle still. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. I'm kind of dirtling. I'm definitely dirtling here. I can swing. I have an extra turn. I don't care if Leonardo blocks. It doesn't sound like a... Like, if I know what my opponent's doing and it's Leonardo, I don't think I'm remotely upset about that. Alright. Let's stop messing around with these fetch lands. I feel like I'm recklessly missing my land drop over and over, which is not ideal. This is a creature and can block, and is also a different color than... Oh, right, the Sanctum. Hold control? And draw this? I really want to draw this card, much as I don't want to put a counter on the One Ring. I really want to draw this. This doesn't do anything. Then I draw. And then I draw. Then I draw some more. I wonder if I want Reliquary Tower. I can blow up some... Oh, I can actually Field of Ruin. Look at that. The Field of Ruin truthers out there. They're getting their way. Let's, Brainstorm? Okay, let's get rid of you and you. And And all right, they're finally over it. It took me a hand size of, what is this? A hand size of 11 for my opponent to throw in the towel there, and drawing, what is this, set 6 cards a turn plus the 1 ring. I can probably just deck myself. All right, so the ranked thing is here now, and because of that, there's a different ban list. You can play things like Disruptor Flute, Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox, Mana Drain. Wait, did I add Mana Drain? Okay, I did Mana Drain, a few others. But the ban list is different, so like Oko is still banned, Tajik is still banned. Thankfully, Ajani is gone. Fierce Guardianship is playable. You have to just look online because this game is not very good at conveying that kind of information. The original ban list in normal Brawl, Historic Brawl, is different from the one right here. This one, I believe, is actually exclusively commanders, and that's it. It looks like that's it. That does mean, though, if you want to play Oko as not your commander, you also cannot do that. So these are banned just always. And then the other things that are normally banned that are not exclusive to commanders, the list I'm looking at right now in front of me, that you probably can't see, is the ones that are playable. Which gets a bit more confusing because stuff like Ugin, the 8 mana Ugin, is not banned, even though it can be your commander. I mean, there's the 7 mana one, which is kind of just better anyways. But yeah, there's like Strip Mine, Iona, Draenith Magistrate, Demonic Tutor, but I'm going to stick to Bant, so I'm not going to play the extremely good black cards. All right, moving on. Ooh, that's kind of a problem for my card draw shrines. Kind of a problem. No green mana. No green mana. I can survive that. I don't need this for the early game anyways, so. I also can find, don't you dare Thoughtseize me. Alright, they Thoughtseize me. I would never daze this. They have to take Mana Drain. It's not even, yeah, it's not even close. I drew the worst possible card in my deck. Let's play, something that lets me leave up days, I guess. That just discards days, so I guess I'll just cast days. Alright. Found a green source. I wonder if I cycle this. I think I do. Maybe I should have a contingency plan for when I draw this. Feels kind of bad, though. They obviously have a removal spell. I don't think they can just say draw, go, do nothing. So hopefully they just kill High-Buy, and I just obviously never care about that. Yep, there's a removal spell. Killing High-Buy is never that productive, but my opponents don't actually know that I'm not this, like, High-Buy flicker deck. I do have to, like, just cast it. Like, I want to cast it all the time. I think I'll decline this. I don't need to draw another card, and it could matter, so. I can set up a brainstorm. Kind of a bit odd to do that, though. Oh, when in doubt, loot. Yeah, we'll just cast High-Buy again. If my opponent has another removal spell, well, I'm telling you now, it's not the best option. I can grab a blue? No, I want a white, and then I'll just cast it again. And this is the problem of killing High-Buy. I now have a second shrine where I otherwise would not have had a second shrine. But to be fair, they'd be taking damage from it. Yeah, you love to see it when your opponent kills High-Buy. the heck does this do? Oh, Dark Confidant spam? Sure. Do I kill this? I probably do, right? I can just discard Sanctum. It obviously doesn't matter. My hand is filling up every single turn. We can Ponder. Why not? Those are both good. Keep it like that because of the mana I've tapped. Okay. How does Mono Black deal with these enchantments? You know what? You can have that. You can have that. I'm not even going to counter that. I'm not even going to counter that. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, yes. Just how we drew it up. I'll keep that. And then I'll end step Nexus of Fate and probably win the game. Oh, opponent, what happened? What happened? I know two off the top of my head. I don't know the third one. Feed the Swarm. The other one that makes you lose 2 life. And I don't know the other one. Pyreka's Libation. I hardly consider that enchantment removal, but I guess that would be the third one. And if it is, I'm a genius. Alright. Alright, no busted Mox. On the play with Mox, I could just lose immediately to that. I don't have it though. Is this the same person I played the other day? It might be the same person. Just hanging out in ranked now. Shredder's Technique. I don't know that one. Well, I'm thinking of Pyreka's Libation as the third one. Let's see, do they have Brawl like they did last time? Nope. So let's get Breeding. Cool. Mana Leak is welcome. I wonder if I put like... I really don't know what I'm doing Mystical Tutor here. Let's play this tapped and think about things different later. More blue is nice. I don't know. I don't know what to do from here. I don't like this draw-go game against this deck, but maybe I do. Maybe I do. Hard to tell. Yeah, Withering Torment is what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna draw lands. That was a good draw. Do I lose the game if they counter my commander? Not really. Not really. Do I care if they counter it? I do have Force of Will. I'm not defending high buy if they counter it. I'm just not going to do that. It's not what this game is about. Fortunately. This was, honestly, kind of reckless. Maybe I shouldn't have cast high buy. Sure. Interesting choice of basics. I think we get rid of Mana Leak, right? No, I could get rid of the extra turn. I don't have a very good extra turn situation. Alright, they fetched, and then they decided now is the time to think about things. Interesting. They held that fetch line for a long time, so I don't know what we're thinking about. That isn't just casting Rel. I'm never countering flow state. That's... What was the instant they played? Oh, of course. Oh. Alright, found a land. Let's A3 and cycle the Time Warp. I don't know how many counter spells a storm deck can get away with running. And a tithe. Alright, well, that's not a land. I'm not gonna dig through time. Oh, come on, man. Is the game about this? It probably is. Also, mana tithe is hard to get better than that, so I'll just mana tithe it. I really don't like countering that, but it probably does matter, unfortunately. Might as well get a mana tithe in while I can. Case of that nonsense. What does this do? Spells are cheaper. Alright, I'll counter that. That's kind of just another version of their commander, which leads me to believe it's very important. So, no bueno. Still not convinced my opponent has I can cast my commander again, actually. No. Now I probably shouldn't, actually. How many counterspells can they, like, genuinely... How many have we seen? Just one? We've just seen one. Every counterspell you have just gets in the way of winning the game with a deck like this? This is probably a good mana leak. Okay. Huge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four and 4. No mystical tutor. This can be ideal. And this as well. Could have grabbed a land too. That might also matter. Who knows? Certainly not I. Okay, we have kind of sort of card draw maybe sort of happening, kind of sort of. Alright, too easy. Too easy. Yep, we just keep them off the board. They can't have a discounter, and doesn't look like there's a lot of counter spells, because again, if you run a bunch of counter spells and you're trying to storm off, you just have a bunch of dead cards in your deck. So, but they help you in the meantime, but I don't think this is that kind of blue-white control, or excuse me, blue-red control thing, and we're just gonna eventually get there. This seems to be exclusively Planeswalkers. I don't know when that... Oh, no, never mind. It's not the... Never mind. It's the OG one that I see all the time. And oh, OG relative to Magic Arena, not like the actual one. But this one, you used to see this one like every other game. It was far and away the most played thing. Wasn't even close. A few years ago. Is this my only green source? Yes. Tragic. Let's... Still swords? No, I can't. Okay. Want to just having it all here. Mono green ignores you strategy. Still tried and true. Let's get rid of this now. And play you. Sure. Do I counter this ramp spell? It draws a card, which is like really annoying. So I guess I do. I want to be in play first. That was an excellent draw. That was the best shrine to hit. This deck is well prepared to deal with shrines, though, unfortunately. You could play Uro. You could slide Uro in here, yeah. Could potentially be good. Alright, sweet, yeah. We just dealt with birds, countered the ramp spell, and they were over it. Looks like when my opponent had to pivot to non-green cards, they lost interest in the game. I wonder why that is. I wonder why they conceded when they had to play something that wasn't green. I think I don't want it. I think I should just avoid it. Alright, this is the commander everyone says is the best one. And I've only played against it once, and that was last time. Can't remember what it did, though. I think it just fizzled out and blew up. Yeah, I think I beat it last time. Oh, I don't like this hand. Actually, maybe I do. I'd like it a lot more on the play, though. Like, a lot more on the play. Is what it is, though. They didn't do anything turn 2. Guess I'm hiding my Ancient Tomb. This is a very... it attacks me at uncomfortable angles kind of deck. I mean, we're gonna see stuff like this early, because the ranked thing just came out, so everyone's gonna be playing like sweaty nonsense here. All right, no green mana, but still chilling, I guess. Mana Tithe, please? Nope, no Mana Tithe. Tragic. Problems are brewing, and they are not problems for my opponent. Oh yes, Gristlebrand. That's how we drew it up. Opponent does not reanimate it. I am losing. I'm losing. Oh boy, we are losing. We are not part of this game yet. Gotta pick out the pace. We gotta do something here. I gotta make something happen. I just don't have the tools, and the tools are not looking great. Okay, you can have whatever that is. I don't care about that. Oh man. Alright, well, land? Oh, jeez. I mean, for the sake of not discarding, I guess I'll Swords this. I would be blown away if they cared. Okay. In the chances this doesn't work, which are extremely high, I'll cast this counter spell. Oh, it worked. So we have Reanimate, right? Because we cast Entomb. We do not have Reanimate. Where are my lands? Alright, well, passing. Okay, now they don't like it. Now they don't like it. Oh, wait, maybe they still don't care. Okay, alright. Huge, potentially. And I draw a land. Also huge. I can cast High Buy and Teferi. Let's cast Teferi, though. No, that's stupid. We came here for this. Beautiful. Best hit. And pass. We're getting the juices flowing. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. Search your library. My opponent kept it in the graveyard. Not ideal. Disruptor Flute. What's the reanimate spell we expect? I don't actually know. Let's get rid of Snapcat. No, that's stupid. Let's get rid of Disruptor Flute. Play that and then leave up Snapcaster or play Teferi. I think I'm playing Teferi. Okay, I have Snapcaster Counterspell, but that's it. That is it. And my opponent buried their commander. Oh, alright, well that's easy. Alright. Do we win? Opponent does not give up. Alright, we did not win. Lion. I have no incentive at all to play the other shrine. I just leave up my mana. Actually, I should brainstorm and try to find another piece of permission. I did. Let's hide the Jace. Actually, again, I did it again. I forget. I have to, like, shuffle with my Sanctum, so I can't just stack the top of my deck. I keep doing that. Valgavoth? What is going on? Oh, what is going on? I think I'll mana drain Valgavoth and get, how much is that? 9 mana? This is the other X spell commander. That's not the new alchemy one. I really wish I would stop drawing the shrines. Let's get rid of Ultima and still use Gemstone on... No, we'll just use it here. I don't have a turn 2 or turn 1 days. But such is life. We can play a tap land here and not feel bad. I could have, like, left both of these up, I guess. I don't think I like that, though. I'm not dazing this. They didn't find a land. They didn't find a land. Wow. Crazy. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Love it when it works out like that. Gotta love it. Alright, let's undo our mulligan. I got the best hit again of the 3. I mean, this is going to happen 33% of the time, so it's not like that outlandish. Also, I don't necessarily need it. Sometimes it's maybe better to hit another one than just this one, but usually that is never the case, so... oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. I'm sorry. I grabbed the wrong one. Whoops. Click it too fast. It's fine. I think we're still ahead. We're just drawing cards, but I let this happen because I want to reset the universe. I think I actually want to draw... No, I don't. This is my only counterspell. Stack it the right way. Oh, it's just when this happens, everything just feels so good. It's just so good when this happens. It's so good. So good. So do I cast Split Up as my answer to their commander? I'd rather just kill everything, I think. Now, Split Up lets me leave up a counterspell. Destroy all untapped creatures. This just lets me leave stuff up. I'm not playing Reliquary Tower because I discarded a card. That's, I mean, I'm just ending the turn with the best 7, and that's always good enough. When you cast a creature spell of 5 or greater, discover X. Counter literally anything, I guess. Alright, yep, that's too much. It's a Liliana Dreadhorde General. Okay. What is that doing in here? Huh. That's odd. No creature 1 or 2 with a Witherbloom deck? That's crazy. I mean, there's no way ever there's bow masters, so it could be the fairy. Yeah, Bitter Blossom. In my combat step, apparently. Verdant Command. Okay. Or that thing, I guess. Oh, Theomancer. Okay. Let's get Archive. Looking for lands, of which I will not cast spell here. I'm going to counter this and hope they swing at me. Which, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't swing at me, so... Okay, that's kind of annoying. I would have preferred to play the other one, but I guess it works nonetheless. Well, they don't have anything, so hi-bye. Don't care if it gets killed, which I think they have a removal spell. They don't have a removal spell. What does this do? Create a 1/1. Okay. One is going to make some 1/1s that can block or be blocked by spirit tokens. Alright, so swing. I can Disruptor Flute. It's just really not the matchup for it. Please just make a 1/1. Okay, good. That is not faster than what I'm doing. Birds of Paradise. Yep. I'm going to Disruptor Flute, and I suppose I'll still name their commander. It at least taxes it, but, like, I don't know. Not excited about that at all. Not excited about that. But I gotta get cards out of my hands. There's no counter spells. I can just play Time Warp. If they kill my commander, I don't think that even matters. Let's just... I wouldn't even force a will a removal spell. Alright. I stopped the first wall of things, and they couldn't seem to push past the rest of the answers. Okay, so I think Hi-Bye is just good as a blue-eye control commander. I really do. It leaves behind the card draw, so if they kill it, you just have the card draw. It is a card type that is more or less one of the harder ones to interact with in the form of enchantments. Artifacts do have more answers to them, towards them, than enchantments do, even though there's, like, you know, what is it? Naturalize effects, let's say. But for the most part, enchantments are a bit harder to deal with than artifacts. And the enchantments we're grabbing, just doing the card draw thing, is just good. It's just good. This is a 4-mana card. You don't have to care if it dies. In fact, when it dies, sometimes it's actually good for you, so you can get it back later. I never felt like I was screwed if I had them in my hand, except maybe this one, but you don't actually need this one in play to win. You just, the other two will draw 4 cards a turn, or at 3.5. You have to discard a card. It doesn't really matter that much, though. All the banned cards, or rather unbanned cards for this format, don't really need explaining. Disruptor Flute is weird. I'm not a big fan of Pithing Needle effects. This at least taxes the commander, which can matter against certain things, like Ragavan now just costs basically omniscience for a Ragavan deck to play. But some things just don't quite care about this. The only game I had it in play, I think, was against Witherbloom, which just gets discounted by playing creatures anyways. And it doesn't actually stop the text on a lot of commanders. Like, it doesn't do anything against high buy except make it cost 2 more, or excuse me, 3 more, which is good. It is good to make something cost 3 more. I prefer this way over something like Dranith Magistrate, especially in decks with a ton of board wipes. You don't want to blow up your own Dranith Magistrate. So I'm not a fan of the meddling mage, name your commander kind of thing. But when it comes to stopping the activated ability of commanders, not that reliable. I mean, there's Planeswalker commanders, but there are not a lot of them. And this doesn't stop something like Kinnan from still just simply winning the game, right? Scythus doesn't care. All the crazy things don't care. Yuriko doesn't care. Ajani is banned, but for the most part, actually, Ajani does care because it's got the backside. Ajani would actually care about that. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It feels maybe a bit weird in here. It could just be a counter spell that also might have text and more relevance against other things than one card that might already just be in play anyways. So maybe a counter spell is fine. But, oh, Ragavan's banned. Okay, Ragavan's banned. Okay, all right, Ragavan is also banned. Thank goodness, actually. But, yeah, so that was just an example. Nexus is kind of cool. The only reason I like these, instead of having an ultimate to race towards, like with Dovin or Teferi, actually, you know what? I could put Teferi here. We are ranked. You could just, whoop, it is ranked. So the matchups don't change. The extra turns are fine as long as I have like one shrine in play drawing cards. But outside of that, they felt a little weird. But the logic's the same with Teferi, right? If Teferi's not in play, taking an extra turn is kind of weird. So it's kind of the same logic. It's just that they're also now not racing to a Planeswalker ultimate. So probably a little bit worse in that regard. Nexus of Fate, you can just throw it on your opponent's end step, and then if they counter it, it just gets shuffled back in. Sure, you don't have it, but like you might have it later. It's just a good thing to do on your opponent's end step. And sometimes it does resolve and you just have 2 turns in a row. 2 turns worth of mana in a row at least, instead of casting it at sorcery speed. So yeah, I like this. I would say this would probably now be my go-to commander for a blue-white control deck. You can splash any color as well on top of that, which is really good. I think I have another list. Not this one. This is what I was playing before I started playing the ranked today. And then later on, I ended up playing this one. But where's my other one? Where's my other one? High Buy is like my new Golos. I've built High Buy on paper for that reason. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I'm stupid. It's right there. This is what the other thing I was doing. Not heavy counterspell spam. There's still plenty of counterspells, but all of the talismans try to play this on turn 3 and ramp into things like Emergent Ultimatum and, well, really that's about it. But I don't know which one is definitively better. I really do not know. It's cool to play this kind of strategy or a green deck that doesn't just automatically put all the mana dorks in it, which I kind of like. I was just in the mood to play a blue-white control deck, but I don't really know. Just another question is play test, get more games in. I am aware more of the, I said that backwards. I am more aware of the weaknesses that a blue-white control deck has, like planeswalkers or some kind of angle that is not comfortable to play against, like some tempo nonsense or Rafine, which I actually did beat Rafine. So there are like some kind of pitfalls here, and maybe just because you can keep the best of this deck and put it in a deck like this, and also then add the other 3 colors more to shore up those kind of weaknesses you have. Okay, Sarkon's just a joke. I like Sarkon. I'm dying on that hill. But yeah, so maybe there is the case of that, but I don't know. Like the black early removal is really nice, but you have to make room for it. So I don't have witness protection, which is kind of the same thing, right? And blue white can do that. Binding is good against planeswalkers and other pesky permanents that blue white might not enjoy having resolve. But the draw go game of blue white is not quite found in this kind of pile, at least in my opinion. You can kind of do that, but not like the most integral part to the plan. Actually, I don't even know what the shrines look like at this deck. Is it the same thing? It is. It's this. God, the shrine. Man, why isn't this a shrine? They should errata this to shrine. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be just really cool if randomly Godless Shrine was also a shrine? I think that'd be cool. But yeah, a road? No. Road is just Path of Exile. Don't play Path of Exile. Don't play a road. Every time I've been hit by a road, I've won the game. Every time I've been hit by Path, I've won that game, or at least have been put in a advantageous position. This is not the format for those two cards. Don't play those cards. I've gone on like an hour-long tangent about that in the past. Don't play a road. But yeah, Dark Ritual there's actually Demonic Tutor as well. Oh yeah, this list doesn't have the ranked banned cards like Mana Drain and Dark Ritual. I mean, Demonic Tutor. So yeah, maybe I could try this pile and run all the unbanned things for the ranked, but focusing on quote-unquote banned control here. Oh, not that one. Too many deck lists now. I've ruined everything. I like this. I mean, I love any form of blue-white control, so I'm gonna play it as much as I can find it. If you like a 1 mana, well, we're talking about Planeswalkers, but I like Oust. Oust has been nice. But yeah, Planeswalkers are a little bit of a weak point. But again, you now have all the colors. You can find a way to make it work. You can find a way to make it work to deal with everything and just make this better. So I will probably never be done with high buy piles in like 2 or 3 shrines. To me, that's just really cool. It's a really cool deck building space. It's like very unique in its design space of just doing the few shrines and having some random value shell around it. And there are so many cards that you can do that with. So many things. There's probably even some kind of storm combo thing, and you use the shrines to draw to it and then win with it. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to probably play ranked until my eyes burn out of my skull, because it's here forever. I just don't know how hard that hits my play kind of a different strategy every time I hit the record button or stream button, because when you get too high up in the rank, you're just going to see the same decks all the time, and I'm not going to not play, stuff like this a lot at the highest caliber. This is just this is great, right? Like, this is probably my go-to thing, and I don't feel bad about that at all. But all right, so I am done. Let me know what you thought about this. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Chocobo. Do I have to kill that turn 1? I don't actually know. I mean, I have a boomerang basics. I don't think I have to kill this turn 1. I don't think I do. Oh, what's going on? Alright. I guess that's... Yep. Starting town. What does that mean? It means random 1/1. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Let's find out together. Yeah, I mean slow start. That's why you play the. That's why you play it, right? That's why you play it. That's why you play it. Ninjas? Wait, what? What's happening? I've never seen ninjas in a. Wait, this is standard? Kaito is in standard? What? I didn't know Kaito was in standard. I did not know that. Okay. I literally had no idea that was in standard. I guess I have to bounce that. I am just losing to it. Kaito's in standard. Man, I'm out of it. How far back is that? That feels like... I can't see the date. Deep Cavern Spagoo. Let's let that be a thing. I can kill this 1/1, and then I can cast this, and... discount is not on. I have to kill this, so they don't ninjutsu. We can play this and leave up one of these, I guess. Alright. Deep Cavern Bat again. Let's try to make something happen. We're not. That tracks. Oh, or I could just top deck the best card in my entire deck. That works too. Let's play this. That was just far and away the best thing I could have asked to draw. Kinda gross, actually. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just cast Kaito. Like that would have maybe been a good idea. They just didn't do it. This animates only when you have 4 mana. Wonder if I'm supposed to draw with the... Okay, well, that makes it easy. Yeah, I'm going to just draw here. I'm looking for more discard nonsense. This is a 2/1. Kill that. Too easy. Too easy. All I had to do was top deck Ancestral Recall. That's all I had to do. I'm gonna just draw again. I'm not even gonna try to be cute or anything. Artisan's Talent. More nonsense. I will play another one of these pre-combat. And I have Flashback at instant speed. Enduring Curiosity. Nope. Yeah, they had a window and I just undid it. I top decked just the best card in one. That's it. Need I say more? We actually have Grangrin on one this time. This Ral has been nice, I guess. Mono red. Burn spell? Beautiful. I prefer mono red over blue red as an opponent. Let's I'm just always playing this here. I might even just level this up next turn. Looks like I am just leveling it up. I will absolutely do that against the mono red deck that has not played a creature. What is my opponent playing that doesn't play to the board? Ah, shoot. Whatever. Alright, well, I can't let you have that, so... Wait, what is the other thing this does? Draw and discard. I think I will level this up now. No. I don't think so. What else does this do? So, Artisan's Talent or this? I think I'll play this. They only have red up. And I think I'm keeping my whole hand. Might look a bit weird, but I think I am doing that. And let's get this out of super burn range at least. Probably a blue source. Nope. Just a land in general, sure. Still looking for probably a blue source. This mirror is kind of cool. Well, I mean, it's unideal that they had 3 mountains, but they haven't shown me any fancy lands at all, actually. Their Ancestral Recalls are online now. I will play this and get rid of Quench, I think, at this point. They have a lot of mana. What is the ultimate? Storm? Okay, you don't really storm here. I think I'm just going to draw. Hard to tell exactly what to do, when to do it, but I feel like it's gonna just come together on its own, really. No, I like my hand again. Do this. Trigger it now. Actually, I'll keep the basics. It's more universal, and I already have one in play. I think I want a treasure token, given the card I just drew. Okay, well, I am undescribably far ahead. And they did have another Ancestral Recall. They did actually have it. But I'm still, like, all my setup is here. I can do 12 damage over this turn. What the heck? Lessons are cheaper. Oh. The lore is deep. I like how the game keeps track of your your monuments, because otherwise it's kind of like annoying. No, I'm not tired of Brawl. I want to finish the midweek thing. I want to do the midweek, whatever it's called. My opponent has not conceded this. I would have conceded 16 years ago. Maybe they just want to see what, like, the whole deck has to offer when they maybe don't have access to it themselves. I think I just win with this. No, I don't have enough damage, and they can block. What I can do, though, is still kill... No, I'm just going to swing. I'm just going to swing. Okay, now they're dead. I do have triple monument. I don't know if my opponent was aware of that, but... Maybe they're just like, screw it, I'm dead to so many things, it doesn't matter. I don't think there's any reason to worry about counter spells, because I can just loot. So... yeah, let's just do this now. I just don't think there's any card in the game that stops me from just killing my opponent with the Artisan trigger. There's no stifle. And it'd be cool to end the game at 20 life. Oh, opponent! Get out of here. No. I want to win at 20 life. That was the whole point. Get out of here. Opponent, please. Stop. I want to end at 20 life. All right, we did it. Perfect victory there.